Think we are live now. Yeah, okay. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time it is you are. And we are bringing you love, and we're bringing you good tidings to you wherever you are. You are welcome to Agmeyi Billionaire Business School. It's a place, like we always say, where you come, where we are real, where we talk about real things about real life, and how to change your mindset to make it to get you what you desire, not what you don't desire. Again, we are in the palace of His Royal Highness, Pharmacist Mecca Ogbonna in Agmeyi Ukwu of Ituboma in Imo State, Nigeria, in case you don't know. So today, as usual, we have members of the school. His Highness is here, His Kaka is here, Parliament, and His Kennedy. We are all here. So today we want to talk about something that we have talked about sometime in the past, but today we want to look at it from another angle, and that is about affirmation. Affirmation. During the lecture His Highness gave a moment ago, he talked about affirmation, and there is something I picked from what he said. He said, first of all, you have to calm down, relax your mind, that your body and your mind, they are connected, they are the same. You can use your mind to calm your body, and you can calm your body to calm your mind. So today, whatever it is you want to achieve, whatever you are going through, please, we like you to listen to what we have to say today. It will help you. Even if you are in good condition, you are okay. Knowledge is always useful. You will find useful maybe in the nearest future. So just pay attention for the few moments we'll be talking about it today. So like I said, the topic is what consistent and persistent affirmations can do for you. What consistent and persistent affirmations can do for you. Okay. Now realize that we are always making affirmations, right? In your mind, you are always talking. When you are not even, when you think you are not, when you are talking, when you are communicating with people, you are communicating one way or the other, and everything, you are in some total of what you have been telling yourself, what you have been communicating, whether consciously or unconsciously. So in order to set the ball rolling, I would like to ask Izekaka, please, what is your idea about affirmation by way of definition?
Affirmation is what you want.
Okay.
What you want. You want this.
Yeah.
And you work towards that thing you want.
Okay.
You get it.
Okay.
And you have to be persistent, like you rightly said. Affirmation and persistency.
Yeah.
Both of them work together. If you are affirming and you are not persistent with what you are affirming,
You will not get it.
But if you are persistent with the affirmation, it works.
Very good. Yes. But Your Highness, it's like there's a prerequisite for you to even start making affirmation. Like you don't just start saying, because what you want to do here so that people will understand why they are doing it. We have said that before. So there is a prerequisite. You mentioned in your lecture, the lecture you just gave now, like you have to calm down and believe in what you affirm. So I like you to say a little bit on that.
Yes, but I want us to look at affirmation as maybe two.
Yes.
We have to have conscious affirmation,
Yeah.
and then we have the other one, affirmation. Because every day, like Nze has said, we are affirming.
Yeah.
I think you even said it.
Yeah.
We are affirming without really knowing. And those affirmations that we make without knowing, without being conscious, leads us to where they are supposed to lead us to.
Yeah.
It's like you are affirming, it brings confusion into your life. You're like somebody who wants to go to Lagos and maybe you enter the vehicle that is going to Medjugorje. Because you don't know that the affirmation, what you're talking to yourself, your inner thoughts are important. You don't know they're important, they determine your life. So, but conscious affirmation is that you're conscious about what you are affirming.
Yeah.
You're conscious about the direction you're going. It means that before this affirmation, you have already conceived the idea. You have a correct conception about the idea. Like I was listening to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, the other day. I saw that he was talking about you have to, as a leader, your work is about conceiving what you want to achieve. And if you don't have a proper concept of it, you will not be able to achieve it. So the first step in affirmation is having a clear concept, having a clear idea of what your desire is, and being able to reduce it to the letters. You're able to reduce it in writing. You reduce it in writing, and then you continue to get affirm about it. Affirmation is a process of getting it to enter your subconscious
mind. Very good. Yes, they say put it in writing. There are some people who may be watching. They know how to operate the phone, but they don't know how to write. So, is it possible that somebody can still affirm and achieve result without even writing?
Yes. Somebody can. We have our how many senses? We have the sense of sight. Sight, and then auditory, sense of hearing.
Yes.
And some people have the capacity to conceive what they want. They conceive it and hold it in their mind.
Yes.
And hold it in their mind.
It's like some people are very good with visualization than others. While some people they are good with writing. While some people they are good with oral, saying it. But I think the three combined can be very powerful.
Yes, they can be very. The issue. Maybe later we'll discuss about the faculties of we can discuss the faculties of the mind on how to develop the faculties of our mind, because that is where the tools that we need to really conceive things, to meditate and affirm, visualize, and use. Those are the tools are to visualize and achieve anything we want to achieve. We need to train ourselves in those things.
Okay. Thank you, Ines. Yeah. In the Kennedy, when we talk about persistence in affirmation, we've talked about it before. When somebody is persisting, and why should somebody actually persist? As in that, okay, this is what I want, and this is what it's going to be. Like the book we are reading by Shakti Gawain in the creative visualization. There was a place he mentioned that if you are going for something, you should have an open mind. An idea can come to you that, okay, this you are going for, I think you should change it in line with what you still want. So, as a candidate, I want you to say something about why is persistence necessary when you are affirming? Should you just say it once? And some people say just say it once and let it go, detach from it. So why should you persist that this is what I want and this is what it's going to be?
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to bring it very low.
Okay.
Let me use a kind of a farmer's example.
Okay.
A farmer wants bumper harvest.
Definitely.
And he plants a corn. And that corn, the yield under normal circumstance is maybe 1 cup or 2.
Okay.
And the farmer knows that midway there could be drought.
Sure.
And he has planted this maize. That constant affirmation in this case is he has to weed, go in there, weeding, removing the unwanted weeds.
Yes.
If necessary, put fertilizer. That is going there constantly. Because when you are affirming continuously, you are still sending the message into your subconscious, because that is where the real thing is going to
the power
happen.
Yeah.
Now the farmer continues. If he sees that it's like drought is coming, and he didn't even prepare for irrigation, he will make a quick irrigation, or even make himself to start watering the corn. And when he is doing all these things, it is being constant there.
So you should be focused.
Focus. This is what you want. And as he is doing it, what he has in mind is, instead of this corn producing 1 or 2, I want it 4 or 5.
Okay. Yes.
And he cannot get to that if he goes to the farm one day, goes back. Before he comes back, the
Weeds
thing
have grown
have grown everywhere. And he looked at us, oh, no. I don't have the strength. He goes back and sleep. By the end of the day, after that 3 months, he might come and see that the thing has even been overtaken by weeds and no yield. So what it means is that you must be there always. You must be there always. If you are eating, you are affirming. If you are talking with people, you are affirming.
Thinking of it.
You've been thinking of it. Just like me, my phone is my affirmation too.
Okay.
If I put my earphone, you would think I may be doing any other thing or listening to music. But you will know that it is the affirmation is in my mind that I have recorded.
Yes.
It will be a reminder. I might be talking with you, listening, although they say you have 2 ears, but you don't listen to 2 things at a time. Okay. Maybe what you are telling me is a social thing. And I might not be too much interested in it, but I won't shut you down. When I put that, the affirmation will be ringing. And I will be doing the affirmation. I've not disrespected you. I'm doing my thing and I'm listening to you. So constancy.
That it will be implanted into your subconscious and no distraction
at all.
Powerful.
So it's like that.
But before I ask Palimo, Your Highness, if we talk about the fundamentals now, somebody may want to know about the technicalities, okay, like process. People like processes. Like, okay, should I say it like 10 times in the morning, 10 times, as a pharmacist, you're prescribing drugs, they say, take this one, So is there a particular structure for people like, okay, let's say somebody wants a particular thing. Now, what will you, if the person comes to you as a pharmacist, like medical person, how will you what will you tell the person?
Well, a lot of people have written many things about affirmation. What they call 369.
Yes.
That you can affirm what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Affirm it 3 times in the morning. 3 times, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the night.
I think Nikola Tesla.
So all those things, like the graphic description in the Weber has said, is to help us to implant the thing in our subconscious mind. The whole process is because it is the thing that you pay attention to, that your mind will pay attention to. It's the thing that you pay attention to that your mind will help you to achieve. So when you see clearly the what do you call it, a metaphor, something that you use to describe it, describes it all. If you just go plant the corn and then go home, assuming you plant 1,000 or 1 million seeds of corn, and then you go home, it will be taken over by weeds. It could be killed by drought. It's the same thing. The thoughts or the ideas or what you have conceived in your mind. Remember, I would say conceive. You know what conceive is? Conceive is like conceiving a seed. It's just like a seed, like he has said. You are planted. So when you conceive this seed, you get this seed and plant it. You need to water it. You need to put fertilizer. And that persistency of putting fertilizer, watering it, weeding it, removing the
not
weeds.
Even one type of fertilizer. Right. You put NPK at the time.
So
you put another
all those
one.
processes are to help you. You can. What people have even remembered, I talked about, is the process of putting it into your subconscious. You can emotionalize it. You can intentionally bring emotions or feelings into it. It will help to establish into your subconscious mind. It's a real way to go.
And the feeling we are talking about here, because I've thought about that emotion thing, that it's not like you are preparing something, a recipe, then you're not, okay, let me take feeling and put. Feeling is, from what I understand so far, is that, look, feeling does not just come. It's an energy. It is when you believe that something is going to happen. You believe that this thing will happen. Like, For example, now you want to, whatever it is you want, whatever it is, either money, marriage, or relationship. Believe that you have that power. We are like some quantum physicists will say we are in a matrix. Okay, that's a system. The system obeys you. That whatever as you think, the system responds. So have that belief that the system just responds to it. It's a system put in place by the creator of the universe. It is there, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, it's working. So once you have once you start something, just know that this thing is going to happen. If you're thinking,
one of the ways of creating feelings is when you see the thing that is going to happen, you see it already happen, and you see the benefits.
Yes.
When you see the benefits of that thing, it can,
bring
some feeling, bring some emotions in you. Because sometimes, it is the emotion of fear and the emotion of joy and those things are things that are easily to
help to generate.
But the emotion of fear is mostly sometimes more intense. Sometimes, emotion of fear is usually negative sometimes. So you have to be conscious about how to overcome some of those things. But you can be intentional in creating the feelings, in creating your emotions. Because anything, when you look at your life now, check the things that you remember. Are the things that came with a sort of emotion.
Yes. Even in your dreams, I noticed that thing. When you think of something with emotion or something, most times you
because I still like me, I still remember, graphically, what I was doing when I picked a call and they said my son had an accident. You understand? I still remember. So there are certain things that maybe you will not forget. Anytime.
Because it was entrenched into your subconscious. It came with.
Yes, it came with a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings.
Parliament. I know you must have been thinking about this thing in your mind, the way you are looking and
thinking about what?
How would the question come? All right, Parliament, there was a time you were talking about something. You said you were making an affirmation, like in the mode. There was one exercise they gave us, His Highness gave us when we started this thing. In the morning, when you wake up, in the bed, when you are awake, that you should just take a breath and, I don't know whether, do you still remember that?
Of course, I do.
Can you just tell us what the exercise is? I remember that there was a time, one funny thing he said he was saying in the morning, his wife was like, "Oh, Mr. Man, are you okay?"
Yes, of course.
But at the end of the day, he was able to get what he was affirming because he kept persisting and eventually he got it. So can you just tell us, give us what that exercise His Highness gave us? Can you still remember?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All what we are saying here is centered on affirmation. Being persistent and consistent in what you want to achieve.
So that the good thing will happen, because usually the negative way, it will still happen
through your affirmations.
Yes.
For me, I will start saying that affirmation, because everyone has his own definition about affirmation.
And what works
for me, affirmation is all about trying to be, in conscious relationship with your nature.
Okay.
Conscious relationship with your nature.
Your person.
Yes, your nature, your interest. That area you wish to actualize.
Okay.
You try to push your mind towards your nature, so that your nature has make persistent effort and consistent, prayer point. Let me put it that way. Through that affirmation, you try to get, that is, towards that goal which you want to achieve. And you must, first of all, you must be relaxed.
Okay.
You must be relaxed with nature.
Okay.
With your nature. If you must achieve anything meaningful out of that affirmations you are making and wish to achieve something out of it, you must be properly relaxed with yourself and your nature.
Okay.
So that nature and what they call the subconscious mind.
Your
We
spirit.
help to trigger those things so that they can be achievable.
Okay.
So
The Igbos call it your chi.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Or the subconscious mind.
yeah.
What they call it.
You were asking, can I really remember those things Unyeze taught us?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The essence of our coming here and this
School.
organization we find ourselves is to learn and to, even at our adult age, we learn and to acquire knowledge that can help us to achieve certain things we want in life.
Yeah.
Some of us want knowledge. Some of us want to prosper in business.
Yeah.
Some of us want to prosper in their, areas of interest.
Mm-hmm.
It is by this constant effort Onyeze initiated on Sunday basis that one can elevate himself from where you are previously to where you want to be.
Okay.
And
So
that is the goal of consistency.
Okay.
Yes.
If you are consistent, like we come here every Sunday, don't believe me, after 1 year, I don't think any of us can remain the way we are before.
Okay.
If you are really serious about what we are doing. So this issue of our affirmation, as you said, I could remember very well. I wake up early in the morning.
Yeah.
If I must, yes, I have something in mind to achieve.
Mm.
If I wake up on that bed I am,
Yeah.
I just don't need to pull out of that bed. I will remain there.
Okay.
And I'll take a very deep breath.
Okay.
Deep breath. I will breathe in and down. In and down. Up to 3, 4, 5 times.
Okay.
And you relax yourself. And try to make sure that those prayer points, which we call affirmation, oh Lord, within this month, touch this person's heart to help me to achieve what I want. There must be.
Well, he said no. He said he was talking about nature. That
Yes.
According to what you believe. So
it's all about whatever you believe that can work out for you.
Yeah.
You see, when we were talking about church last time, Onyeze laughed. I know he's a man of science. When you talk about church, most times he doesn't. There are areas he believes in, and there are areas he doesn't really believe in. Those things, those prayer points you have, you keep on reciting it in your mind.
Yes.
You recycle it and keep on reciting it in your mind. That you do in the morning, possibly as you wish to go back to bed in the night.
Mm-hmm.
You also do the same.
So that it can be entering
Yes.
your inner mind.
And by
conscious.
doing so, it's not just you did it this morning, did it in the night, you stop. It's something that has to be consistent.
Yeah.
You must be consistent.
It.
And you must be persistent also. If it must work out.
Because the Bible says,
Yes.
pray without
ceasing. Without ceasing. You must be persistent. If it is consistent, this is something you do for a month or so, and you give yourself a time gap that you hope your spirit will be communicating with the inner this thing. What do you call it, sir? Subconscious mind.
Yeah.
That yes, this is what Honorable Parliament wants. This is what Parliament wants. Yeah. And as you are consistent doing that, that prayer point will be granted.
Okay.
You may not even be so glued to know that these things are coming. Yeah. But you will be very, very surprised that those things you wish has a way of, being delivered.
Is a Kennedy? He says something about when you plant something, the metaphor you use. Now, from what Palimo said, for example, now you want to achieve a particular sales target, okay?
Yeah.
In a week or in a month, and you are saying, okay, I want my profit margin to increase by, let's say, something believable, maybe 40%. You are saying it, and somebody from out of the blues, either a customer or a family person or one thing, came to want to destabilize you. and wants to disrespect or no one thing, which is like the weed that wants to distract. What is it? What will you do? How would so that you can remain focused and persistent? So what should somebody do in this case?
Well, the same thing. But I want to draw it clearly. Why are we persistent? Why are we consistent? We are consistent because our attention is being sought by a lot of things.
Yes.
And if we are not consistent, we'll be taken away. We'll be taken away by the wind. But the question you ask is the same thing. Being consistent, like my friend I told you that had issues.
Yeah.
The issue could make you now lose your balance.
Yeah.
But if you know deeply that, like what we studied this morning, we talked about energy of consciousness being the primary thing, being the thing that is in everything. You know that you are one with everything. You're one. You are connected with everything.
Yeah.
You can just conceive that idea. You conceive it, study it very well, and then continue your affirmation, because affirmation is to put your attention to it, and remember that it is your attention to it that would, get the thing, embedded into your subconscious.
Yes.
It is your attention that will make it come into your conscious. So you don't allow that thing. You see the thing as a distraction. That challenge that has come as a distraction. You see that wind, that draft that comes as a distraction. You don't succumb to that draft. You don't succumb to that challenge.
Yes.
Maybe somebody has come. You try and find a way, because you have everything that you need. You have all your mind is there. You can use your imagination to create a way. You can use when you bring in your perception, the thing shifts. The thing loses its power too.
Yeah.
You can use your will to hold your affirmation. You can hold it to hold your conception, your idea, what you have conceived. You can use your reasoning to move away from it. These are the ways to approach any challenge that comes on the way.
Like last night, I had a challenge in my village, and people came. In fact, after talking with them, it was like this thing is going to. It started disturbing me.
Okay.
Trying to find a solution to the thing, but by the time I was about to go, I took my bath. I was going to bed. I know that if I continue that way, I might not do my affirmation that night. What did I do? I used my earphone, put my affirmation, put it before 2-3 seconds. Whatever that is happening around me,
I focused on
it, and by the time I was about sleeping, I just switched off the phone and slept off.
Wow.
You must always navigate outside
and prioritize your.
Yes. I remember that our brain, that is the primary, that we assume is the primary instrument that we use, work with frequencies, work with what we call waves. We have like this discussion we are holding at a better level of frequency,
consciousness
frequency. And then so when you have a problem and you try to shift your frequency, you will now begin to see, when you shift that frequency, you'll see the problem from a different point. You could find a solution.
I think to put it in another perspective, what His Highness is trying to tell us here is that sometimes a call may come, or something like that looks like an emergency can come. Don't get too emotional about it to the point that you lose your balance, you lose your way of thinking. It must be done. Relax, because sometimes some people have gotten themselves into problem because they acted with the same spur with which the information came. Before they knew, they get themselves into problem, to trouble. So whatever it is, relax. That whatever it is that is going to happen, there is a solution on ground already. There's a solution to it. Even if it's not clear in your mind, but there is a solution. Calm down and now think about it. Relax. If you don't know anything to say, start saying how you want it to be. Is it not so in the Kaka? How you want, what you want to see. Like they say, this there's an accident or something, or there's a situation somewhere. Relax. That whatever it is in control. You are in control. We are in control. As human beings, we are in control. So if we keep our mind relaxed, that's why I even notice people who are really successful and who keep being successful, that even if it happens that they, like, maybe something happened and they lost money, they still bounce back, because they now realize that the power is with them. Whatever it is, they realize they didn't know that there's a solution, and they work, they start from ground again, do the same thing they've been doing, and before you know it, the result comes to them. Like, to round up what we are saying today, about affirmation being consistent. You've heard of talk about it either in the morning or in the night, but really some people, like Parliament said, you just follow your own reading. But the important thing is that let it be focused about it, be consistent about it, be persistent. Whether you want to do it in the morning or in the night or during the day, in the afternoon, make sure you are relaxed and you are believing that this thing will happen. Like yesterday, I do for yesterday also. I listened to one video. I saw one video. One black American minister. His name is Reverend Ike. Something Reverend Ike. I don't know whether you've seen. We're talking about. He said his own church is not the normal kind of church. It's late now, but his video is still trending.
Yeah.
See, he said that every night, before you sleep, when you lie down on your bed before you sleep, visualize what you want to achieve. Visualize, know what you want. That as you keep doing that, before you know it, as you consistently do it, your life will manifest what you have been visualizing. Okay? Because whenever they talk about affirmation and all that, I used to ask what about somebody that's dumb, that cannot talk? How can the person also affirm? From what you've discussed today, what you are thinking, your thought is an affirmation. Okay?
Yes.
Our thought,
they're all the same thing.
They're all the same thing.
And then we agreed the other day that, or we saw from researches, that when you conceive an idea or a project that will help the greater majority of the people of the world, becomes easier for you to actualize it. Conceive it becomes easier as you do your affirmation. So when you're thinking about your affirmation, you think about the development of family, for instance.
And people that benefit from it.
Yes. So when you're being selfish,
it's limited.
It will limit you. You will not be able to achieve it because we are all.
So we try to be as selfless as possible. Okay, so that's the much we will talk about today, so that we don't want the video to be too long, but at the same time, we don't want it to be too short that you miss out some things. So whatever it is that you are grappling with right now, there's a solution to it. There is a solution, and the system has been put in place. God has put in place the system, and whatever you choose to believe, but it works. It works. So we want to, with this school, there's something we want to start doing now. We want to go into practical. Okay. So we want to go into some practical, which we would like you also to, wherever you are, you can take your time to maybe 10 minutes. Think of what you want and visualize it. And after that, let it go. Don't bother yourself how it will happen, but it will happen. Okay. So until we see you again next time, so have a successful manifestation time and a successful living. Bless you.